Hello, my name is Vilma and I'm an international student ambassador here at University of Portsmouth, and today I'm gonna give you I think it's either gonna be 5 or 6 tips on how to save money when you're at uni, because trust me, you'll need to save money because everything is so expensive and living on a student finance personally, not a lot of money. So I'm gonna give you my top tips on how you can save money. Obviously there are so many ways you can save money and it's really individual, but I'm gonna talk about the things I've found that helps and what I've seen other people like YouTube and social media talk about. So yeah, let's get into it. So my first tip on how you can save money is by signing up for different club cards, if that makes sense. So if you go grocery shopping, trust me, every single store has a club card membership you can sign up for. They're usually completely free. Also different stores, I got Tesco's and Morrison's because that's where I do most of my shopping, and if I just swipe these I usually get some club discounts. I also know that certain stores like Boots, if you get a Boots card like this and add your student card to it, you usually get a student discount, which I think is 10%. So that's a great way of saving money. If you are shopping at a store quite often, check out if they have a club membership. Sign up for it if it's free, obviously, because you don't want to waste more money. If it's free, then get one because it's really easy and you're saving money. While being on the subject shopping, my tip number 2 is to check out different student discount services like uni days or student beans. They can save you some money. It's usually online purchases though, but as you can see here, I was going to purchase a dress, and I think by using one of those services I saved about £3 or £4, and the more you spend, the more money you save, if that makes sense. This dress was only about £10, that's why the discount wasn't that big, but if you spend more money you usually get more discounts, if that makes sense. Also, kind of a side tip on how you can save money as well, this is not an official one, is that if you are ordering online and they have like a delivery fee or something, talk to your friends around you, your flatmates, see if they need to order something as well, and then you can order something together and split the delivery fee, because that's also saving money. I think this is tip number 4, I can't remember, but that is to meal prep and monthly shop. So this is something I do. I hate cooking. Definition of hate cooking, that's me. So what I do is I meal prep. So I cook once a week and then I eat that for 7 days. I know it seems boring and whatnot, but it works for me. As I said, I hate cooking, and because of that I've started to buy food once a month. Obviously fresh stuff like milk and veggies and fruit and bread I buy every week, kind of, or when I need to, but then most of the stuff I buy once a month, and this has saved me so much money. So I'm actually going to show you a recipe at the end of this video that should last you 7 days and should only cost less than £1 per meal, if that makes sense, and that is great. I think this is my 5th recommendation, is textbooks. All right, hold your horses. You do not need to buy your textbooks right away before coming to uni or before the term or something like that. Stay calm. Usually teachers can give you some discounts on the books. There are great secondhand shops around or online platforms that are selling secondhand books. And to be fair, since I've been at uni for 3 years, I've never ever bought a single textbook. I've always had the textbooks because you can find them in the library or on the online library. So I'm not gonna say you don't have to buy the books, but I'm just gonna say that I've never in my entire life coming to uni bought a single book. But don't buy the book right away as soon as you start. Make sure you check out the different discounts teachers can offer you, check out if they're available on the library, or check out if they're available secondhand, okay? Because students are selling their books quite cheap, and then you can sell the book on later on. That's gonna save you a lot of money because textbooks are so expensive. So yeah, that has saved me a lot of money. Check out the library first of all. That's what I would recommend. I think this is my 6th recommendation, and that is if you are a coffee drinker and like your Starbucks coffee, you can save money by bringing your own reusable cup instead of buying the plastic ones or paper ones. This usually saves you a couple pounds, I think. You can either buy the ones they offer, or you can bring your own. Just make sure it's washed, and then you just bring it to the cashier front, and they'll grab it and put the coffee in there, and then you can leave. So personally, I think it's a waste of time to spend money on coffee every morning, because I'm a big coffee drinker. So what I've got is this coffee machine, and it's full, like 1 cup. So you just put your to-go cup in there, and it brews the coffee for you. Takes just a couple of minutes. I put it on when I'm getting dressed, and then I go. So that's also a tip. So I am gonna show you guys kind of like how I save money by meal prepping. I think this should last me about 7 days. Obviously I put some in the freezer, and I think in total it comes up to £7. So that's what, £1 per like meal, which is pretty good, and I don't think you can get there like if you buy takeout. So I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna eat this week. We're gonna cook together, and that's just like a great way of saving my money, trust me. And also the reason why I cook for like 7 days is because I hate cooking. I think cooking is so boring. It's like the definition of hate for me. Obviously I'm gonna have to eat, so I have to cook, but my goal in life is to get to the point where I'm so rich I can like have a chef. That's my biggest goal in life, because that's how much I hate cooking. I can't stress enough how much I hate to cook. But yeah, I have to do it, innit, because I can't afford a chef on a student finance. This week we are cooking a pasta dish. It's a creamy pesto pasta with oven baked or oven roasted veggies. I'm a vegetarian, but you can use some bacon in this dish as well. I'm gonna use some vegetarian bacon. So yeah, let's go. What you want to start with is preheating your oven to about 200 to 220 degrees for your veg. While waiting for the oven to heat up, you want to start your pasta water, because we'll use the water in the cooking later on. That's why we're starting with the pasta at the moment. Make sure you get your pasta, your salt. You gotta salt the water. No need to put any oil in it, because that doesn't really do anything apparently. I learned that from TikTok. But yeah, you want to make sure you put some salt in there, put your pasta in while it stops boiling. Then we're moving on to our veggies. So in this we're gonna have some tomatoes and some zucchini. So just chop them into medium-sized bits. I'm not a huge fan of zucchini. I'm learning to eat it. That's why I'm gonna cut my zucchini slicer a bit thinner, and same goes for tomatoes. I'm not a massive fan of warm vegetables either. I'm learning, and that's why my slices are quite thin. But if you like vegetables, I would recommend cutting them a bit thicker. I'm gonna use 6 tomatoes and 2 zucchinis. We're gonna put some garlic in there as well, and then just put some olive oil, some salt, and then we're gonna put it in an oven tray and put it in the oven for about 15 minutes. While we wait for the vegetables in the oven, we are also going to start frying our bacon. So I decided to add my garlic together with the bacon while frying it, just to give it some more flavor. Obviously, because I'm using vegetarian bacon, it's not producing as much oil as normal bacon would. That's why I'm using oil. If you are using normal bacon, you probably won't need the oil. What I did notice is that I probably wouldn't need that bacon anyways. It was just fine without. So that's also a tip. If you want to save some more money, just skip the bacon, because the zucchini and the tomato itself together with pesto sauce, amazing. When the vegetables in the oven are done, we're going to bring them out. We're going to put them together with the bacon. We're going to pour some creme fraiche over it together with some pesto. Personally, I'm allergic to nuts, so I had to make my own pesto, but you can buy it yourself in the store. And that's it, you know. Make sure you sprinkle some salt, some seasoning on top, and then just serve it together with your pasta. I prefer linguine, but whatever fancies you can put in there. And that's it. So yeah, I got the finished product. And it's so good. Obviously, what I tend to do is that I boil the pasta every night. So I don't meal prep the pasta, because when I cook it and it's still hot, I can add the sauce to it and I don't have to microwave the sauce, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's what I do. But obviously, if you want to make it easy for yourself, you can cook the pasta all at once as well, together with the sauce, I guess. So yeah. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I hope that this video can save you some money as well, because trust me, saving money, it's life, because as I said, being a student is quite expensive and we don't have a lot of money. If you have any pro tips and advice, any questions, make sure you comment them down below, and make sure you follow, subscribe to UOP Global, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye.